Product companies find the service information is more critical than ever before. Service overall is very important to companies for a number of reasons. First, product become more complex. Maintaining equipment to be up and running and provide value to the customers is more complex than ever before. Customers expect better service on top of better products. And very often companies find the service helps them differentiate their products from their competitors. On top of that, one of the biggest opportunities for companies is to generate revenues on top of products. So not only product can provide revenues from sales, but also throughout the product lifecycle, we have opportunities to provide valued services, to sell parts and services, and to overall increase the value of our product to the market. Having said that, companies also find it increasingly complicated to provide better service for a number of reasons. A, as we mentioned earlier, products become much more complex. So the sheer knowledge and complexity involved in maintaining equipment is very, very difficult. In addition, we have major issue around aging workforce. We have depletion of knowledge in the industry, so we have shortage of able bodies, of experienced people that can actually maintain the equipment and achieve the level of satisfaction that our customers demand. And as we do our research in this area, we're finding out that one of the important elements of providing top-notch service is providing very high-level service information to our technicians. As we said earlier, products are complex, we have less expertise, we have less able bodies, and we need to augment those weaknesses by providing better service information to our technicians. Now, the challenge facing companies is how do we create and maintain this complex service information? How do we describe the complexity of products? How do we manage the information that is required to understand failures and repair procedures of equipment? How do we provide the right information in terms of what are the right parts for the right equipment for the right configuration? All these things really challenge organization in creating up-to-date, top-notch service information. And what we're finding on the other hand, that companies that have excelled in providing service information excel or provide top-level revenue in a number of ways. They provide better service to their customers, they generate more revenues from products and services and parts, as we mentioned earlier. So we're finding connection between the importance of service and providing up-to-date, timely, error-free service information. Now the next question is therefore, how do we create and maintain an organization that always provides up-to-date, error-free service information to our technicians? And we recommend that companies engage in self-assessment, engage in a way to assess where they are relative to their own performance, relative to their peers and competitors, and find a way to understand how they move from one level of maturity to the other. So we recommend looking at maturity model of service information at a number of levels. The basic level that unfortunately most companies are at it still is sort of ad hoc service information. What happens in these organizations is that we use a collection of informal, sometimes formal, but mostly informal service information tools. We use email to manage information. We tend to recreate information. So that would be the very entry-level ad hoc service information maturity model. The next level would be trying to apply some standards into the process. So use more formal tools. Use more standards that define the format and the content that we deliver. Yet these organizations, even though they may have applied some standards into the process, tend to recreate information from scratch. They tend not to reuse information. They tend to be slow in reacting to changes in the information system. So the next level would be to integrate the process with the rest of the organization, to integrate the authoring process with the PLM's process. So whenever there's a change in the product, there's a change that is reflected in the service information. This information can then propagate to the end, to the point of service. And the utmost level of information authoring would be to optimize these processes, to apply key performance indicators, to measure and manage the processes, to understand performance in the field, and to apply those to improve service information. So we always provide the right information that is sensitive to the configuration of the equipment, that is sensitive to the skill level of the user, of the technicians, and so on and so forth. On top of that, we can use this as an information source to improve product quality, and not only current product, but also future products.